Hello everyone, my name is Gerd and welcome to another episode of... And also welcome to another episode of Battle of the Amps. In this video series I'm trying to compare at least two amps with each other. Today we have got the Marshall DSL20HR and the Engl Fireball25 with us. So the signal flow for today looks as follows. My Siggi Braun, the Herytage signature guitar. Then I'm going into my quad Cortex here on the floor and I use this just for some effects and Noisegate. Then the signal goes into my KHE audio electronic amp switcher and in there I hooked up the Marshall DSL SDM1 and the Engl Fireball25 SDM2. And without further ado, let's get my plectrum here. And we start with the high gain tones first. So everything is at noon on both amps. The master on the Marshall is at master 2 and on the Engl it's about 1.5 because the amp is slightly louder than the Marshall. This has got 25 watts of 6L6 tube power and this one has got 20 watts with 2 EL34s. So, first amp, this is the Marshall and this is a bit noisier. So first amp, Marshall. Typical Marshall sound. Second amp, the Engl. A bit darker, typical Engl sound. I love that Fireball, this is so great. And it has more low end. Let's use my looper to compare the amps. So this is the looper and I'm recording a riff and then we will play this amp and then this amp. Okay, right. Let's start to record a riff. The Marshall seems to have more attack because it's a bit brighter and the Engl is has more balls to it. So a mix of both would be very cool. So and now I will play some riffs and I will turn the built-in overdrive in my quad Cortex on, which is simulating a Boss SD1. This one is called Chief SD1, but you get it. Okay, and I will blend somewhere around here if the overdrive is on or not. Nice! It even gets more attack, more like in your face. I really love this amp, this is a really cool amp. I did demos for both of these amps. You can look them up in the description below or I will blend them here, somewhere around here. Okay, and now the same thing as the Marshall, we do it now with the Engl. I play some chords, some riffs and I will switch the overdrive on and off and will blend it here and you can read it here if it's on or off. Okay. You get more attack. you still have the balls, you still have that big sound out of this small head. I love it. Okay, now use another overdrive, back to the Marshall. And here I did a capture of my Engl Fireball IR pedal, and I have done a few videos with this also. I will link them down in the description below as well. So I will play again some riffs and then the capture from the Fireball IR pedal as a booster or an overdrive. Ah, it's almost too much. It's almost too much. I need to come down with the presence here for the Marshall with this kind of overdrive. And with the treble as well. Okay, same thing now with the Engl. Switch to the Engl. I will play again the riff and then I will turn on and off the overdrive. What a sound! What? I love this amp. Ah, nice. Okay. And now I will dial both amps to my liking and we will compare them to each other again. So, back to the Marshall. More gain. More mids. Less treble. Bit more presence. Less treble. More bass and more resonance. I wish you could hear what I'm hearing here in my room. This makes so much fun. Sound is so dirty. It's so dynamic. Okay, to the Engl. More gain. More mids and more treble. A bit more presence. And mid boost. If you activate the mid boost on all of the Engls, I have experienced that you lose a bit of the aggression, but you get more like BAM in your stomach, not in your face and stomach as well. Marshall has still this a bit more raw sound, a bit dirtier. But the Engl sounds bigger. And more clean. I like both. Like I said, a mixture of these two. And with 50 watt. And the Engl really shines with the capture of the Fireball IR pedal. So I will go back with the settings. I will leave the mid boost on. Presence also back. My microphone is hanging by the side. I hope you can hear me with my voice. And let's use the pitch in the Quad Cortex as well. Now we're 4 half steps down on C. Back to the Marshall. Too much. But the Boss SE1. this off, and we change the channels. Okay, volume back down. Let me check my interface real quick. This one is much louder. Now we're about the same from volume wise, with gain on the Marshall at about noon. Same with the Engl. And we'll use a delay for this. Go with all the settings to noon. Gerd, you should know that. So, all the settings to noon. Both clean channels are pretty nice. I have no favorite here because I don't play that much clean. Okay, and I had a request from a viewer of mine, and he said, "Hey Gerd, can you shoot out the Marshall DSL and the Engl Fireball25 in a mix?" So here we go. Okay, wow, these two amps are really great for having them both in a mix. You can get really the advantages of both amps, the aggressive brightness from the Marshall and this typical raw sound, and the big balls from the Engl, and this a bit darker but bigger sound. And yeah, together in a mix they sound really great. Yeah. Okay, now it's your turn again. Which amp do you like the most today? The Marshall DSL20HR or the Engl Fireball25? Please let me know your thoughts and opinions down there in the comments below. And yeah, if you like this video and what I'm doing here in my Gear Nerd Corner, please give this video a like, subscribe to my channel and hit that bell notification so that you don't miss any of my upcoming videos. And with that being said, thank you very much for your attention and see you guys on the next one. Bye bye, ciao.